Hey, hey, we are live, I think. Still checking a couple things, but, you know. I'm gonna be doing a little bit more messing around here. I need to fix a Lewis script really quick. Let me see if I can get that working. Stream Elements bot running. I like how the emojis don't show up. Also, Stream Elements bot. It looked like Stream Elements bot just sent a blank message for a second. Also, anybody who was here before I went ahead and blanked out the chat, you can still see it in the YouTube chat. Walker Pierce has some knowledge for us. Archer fires an arrow. How does that arrow reach the target? You continuously divide the travel distance in half. The arrow simultaneously travel both infinite and finite distance. I'm trying to wrap my head around your logic for that one, honestly. I don't know how I feel about that one. So so yes, it is traveled a finite distance in the sense that, because what you're talking about is continuous versus discrete measurements. So obviously your discrete measurements are going to be, excuse me, your discrete measurements are going to be different than your continuous ones. But I don't think that that means that the continuous measurements mean that it's an infinite distance. You can measure an infinitesimally smaller distance from the target with continuous measurements, but I don't think that that means that it is an infinite distance. I think that's a different thing entirely. It's a good, like, thought, though. Also, yeah, for whatever reason, the song has, like, 30, 45 seconds of, like, silence on the back end. I need to fix that. No, I want you to play a different song. There we go. Hey, Walker Pierce, how you doing, man? Hope everybody is having a good weekend. I'm gonna go ahead and just get the link going for chat here. I'm actually going to do the stupid self-promo thing, because again, I have joined several Discords. So let me jump into the self-promo channel for all these. Like I said, I hate doing this shit. It's just like, yeah, I want people to come in and like say hi, obviously. Like, it's nice to be able to hang with people, that's why I'm doing it. But at the same time, why are we running into a bunch of different Discords to do this? I feel like this really should be a centralized notification system. Sorry, I forgot about promo. No sweat, man. Don't worry about it. We all got other shit to worry about, alright? I literally woke up and have had breakfast and just basically sat down to do this. I haven't been working out the past couple days. I feel bad about that. But at the same time, I've just been lazy the past couple days. I don't even want to say lazy. I've just been, like, mentally tired, I guess. Like, not even wanting to try and, like, commit to exercise, even though it would probably do me good. While distance seemingly can be infinitely divided, it can only be divided down to the Planck length. That's true. That's true. I mean, I was talking in a mathematically infinite, or mathematically continuous sense, not necessarily in a scientifically continuous sense. I agree, Planck lengths are the smallest measurement that we could possibly do. At least that we're aware of at this point. Oh man, the last time I promoted in this server was when I was doing the Frogger stream. It was literally over 2 months, or... yeah, over 2 months ago now. Because it's September. We're already halfway through September. You guys think about that yet? We are halfway through the goddamn month. Do you remember any of it? Because I'm waiting for Wednesday, the 21st. Although I'll be busy that day. I've got a career fair that I'm going to for my company. Because they asked me to and said they would pay for the gas mileage. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll drive like 4 hours away from my house back down to this career fair. Because they're paying for like a hotel there, they're paying for food and gas. I'm like, yep, fuck it, sure. Also, I'm trying some new lighting today. You remember? You member? Good. But yeah, I've been doing okay. Yesterday I played D&D with some friends. Went off, well, Pathfinder, not D&D technically, but D&D. It's not worth making the it's not worth making the difference. Like, it's not worth trying to explain the difference. Alright, here's one for you guys. Hold on. Let me... Yeah. Here's one. Right? So I did a private stream just to test out a bunch of the bot stuff. And I just called it D's Nuts. So D's Nuts now is copyrighted. Unfortunately, you can't say D's Nuts anymore. What the fuck was this? I don't even know what this is. Whatever. Anyway, so that happened. And yeah, I'm just testing out some different lighting for this. Unfortunately, well, actually... yeah, that's on that side. I'm getting some light bleed in from my light over there, but I don't have anything to cover it with. D? D's nuts. D's? But yeah, so we're gonna be vibing today. I'm gonna be playing some Bayonetta. I need to get my controller out, actually. I haven't even done that. Where'd you go, you fuck? I'm gonna, like, tilt this whole basket onto my head by doing this. There we go. Also, I've kind of given up on my old laptop, or my new laptop, new in the sense that I bought it when COVID hit. Or right before COVID hit. Well, my parents got it for me. The hard drive, and it's just absolutely fucked, and I can't tell if it's the hard drive itself, if it's the connectors, or if it's the motherboard. Bayonetta, but it's actually Wario. Oh my god! Also, that should be active now, if you want to just type. If anybody types OMG, I think.
Oh my god!
Perfect. OMG, oh my god. We got a woo set up. We still got motivated, which hopefully works. Hopefully. I'm gonna just hope that it works. It is a 2-minute cooldown for OMG and oh my god, or OMG and a woo. If it's an HCD, run Victoria, just has the sectors for failure. Yeah, well the problem is, it's the load speed off of the hard drive. It's not the hard drive itself that's failing. No, miss doesn't work. It only does it when you ban. I could set it up for miss. That's actually pretty easy. Hold up. Miss. Global cooldown 15 seconds. User cooldown 120 seconds. There you go. That should be active now. But it's not that the hard drive itself is failing, it's that, like, the load speeds for this thing are absurd. Like, it's always at 100% usage. And because it's an encrypted disk, because, you know, when you install Windows on half of these laptops, it just automatically encrypts the disk, I can't check it on Linux to see if it's the disk. Oh, come on, you gotta play Miss. What the hell? Also, I didn't realize, and I looked at this earlier last week, I didn't realize that Bayonetta 1 was getting a physical Switch edition. Yeah, oh well. Here, I'll play it for you somehow. Let me mess with it for a sec. Triggered effects, video play. Here.
Miss.
There you go. But, yeah, one of the things with, certified miss moment. Yeah, you missed the miss. It's impressive. But, as far as the hard drive goes, I'm just like, whatever. I don't know what the hell's the problem is. But, like, it's literally always at 100% load, and it's only doing a couple of megabytes per second. It takes forever to load into Windows. and I don't really want to try and do an install of Linux if it's really a hard drive issue and not just Windows drivers being fucking stupid. 110% load? Yeah, it feels terrible. I don't know what the hell it is. It's very strange. It takes like 20 minutes to load into the, it takes like 20 minutes to load into the actual, like, logon screen. It's kind of silly. But I've got my old laptop, which I already got set up with Pop! OS. I'm probably going to swap that over to, like, Endeavor or Arch or something, maybe something more lightweight. And just start using that, because honestly, the only thing I would really be using that for would be, like, web browsing. It'd be, like, web browsing and maybe playing a couple games, and then I just bought a MIDI keyboard, MIDI controller. Not a MIDI keyboard necessarily, but the controller for it that looks like a keyboard. And I might use that if I, like, go on, like, a trip or something, just to have some music to mess around with. Sounds like every sector somehow got filled with junk data. Entirely possible. Because that laptop has just been riddled with, like, weird issues since I got it. But I really just I can't be asked right now to try and figure it out. It's not worth it. I did pull out, actually, what else have I done? I was thinking about robotic stuff, and I was like, yeah, I want to do robotic stuff, so I pulled out my old Arduino. And, yeah, I do have the stuff here to do, like, basic robotic stuff, and I could order some more DC motors and stepper motors and stuff like that, and potentially do some, and, like, sensors, and do some potentially cool robotic stuff. And then I thought about it for a sec. I was like, I've been really getting into music recently. Why don't I make a synthesizer out of the Arduino? I'd work on it for you if I were there. No sweat, man. The thought's appreciated, but it's not a big deal. I'm perfectly fine with addressing, like, those sorts of issues, but obviously it's going to take me longer to do it than it would take somebody who's actually trained to do this shit like you. And it's just like, I have too many other projects right now that I care about way more than this. A Roland CRC machine. I mean, like, you wouldn't get super close. I like the idea of just having, like, building a Roland CRC machine powered by, like, an Arduino. Because I think that'd be funny. But no, I was looking at some, like, circuit designs and stuff like that, and I realized that with a couple filters, like, basic capacitor circuits and shit like that, you can actually take the PWM square wave and turn it into a sine wave, or I could turn it into a saw wave if I wanted to, although that's a little bit more difficult, I think. And I'm not really sure what the circuit would look like for that, but I'm sure that if I sit down for a little bit, I can figure it out. Circuits are not my forte. But the next David Wise here, folks. I'm sitting there playing, like, Megalovania. That was, like, the first thing I figured out how to play when I was messing around with MIDI synths. Because I've got a bunch of software MIDI synths for my sound software that I've been using for my DAW. DAW. I like how it went back to Fly Me to the Moon. Has it gone through all of them? I don't think I played Let's Dance Boys. Let's play Let's Dance Boys. It's a good song. David Squared. Yep, we're back on the David Squared nonsense. But yeah, so I went through the whole process of just writing down, here's what I want to do, here's the things I need, here's the inputs I'm going to need, so here's how many potentiometers and all that other shit. But I still need to actually, like, design the circuit in some respect. And the goal is I want it to be able to run sine waves, square waves, and saw waves. And potentially have a couple different voices, or a couple different oscillators, rather. So I'm going to need to sit and think about this a little bit longer. But the idea's there, at the very least. I'm kind of hoping... I might make it a MIDI thing. I might just leave it as, like, a sort of analog, you know, here's a pitch, go for it. I'll have to figure that out, but I got ideas at the very least, and I think I want to do this. I think I want to commit to this one. Probably not going to be this week, given all of the shit that I've got going on.
Oh my god!
There you go. Now we got Wario. It's the thought that counts. Yeah, fair. But yeah, I've got some ideas floating around in my head at the very least, and I'm excited to mess with them and try them out. Let me open up Steam and make sure that Steam is actually going to load and not black screen on me, because for whatever reason the native version of Steam on Arch Linux has just been black screening recently, but there's another version that's, I think it's either an older version or it's just emulating the Windows version, is running fine. Oh, there's some other news. We got a bunch of Yakuza news with the State of Play. I didn't actually watch the State of Play stuff, but I saw all the news for it. So Judgment and Lost Judgment are both on Steam. These are basically the successors to the original Yakuza series, Yakuza like 1 through 6 and Yakuza 0. Moving forward, I think that the Like a Dragon series, they've said that they want the Like a Dragon series to become an RPG series because that did so well. But they want to keep the old action series stuff with Judgment and Lost Judgment. More like Yakuza. Ooh! But, I'm very excited for that. I will eventually be picking those up. I'll probably be playing those off-stream, because I do kind of want to play more Yakuza games on stream, because honestly, shit's just iconic. So anyway, here's the goal for today. We're going to try and beat Bayonetta 1. I don't have Bayonetta 2 yet, but Bayonetta 3 comes out in about a month. And I think I would like to play it on stream, not for Halloween. I think Halloween I want to play DMC5. And that is going to be a big thing. I might even try and take a day off for it. But yeah, I'm gonna mess around with that, and we'll see where we end up as far as Devil May Cry 5 stuff. Because I keep saying it, man. I keep getting ideas. I keep finding mods. I keep finding funny stuff to mess with. And I'm debating which mods I want to go through or go with for the game. Then again, I might not go with any. I might want to give you guys the straight-up experience. Who knows? Anyway, it's fucking Bayonetta time. Let's see what we got here. I want to screen capture and get the Bayonetta audio, which I think is... Okay, let me hit play. Alright, so then we want this open, and I want to go into Helvum. One day I'll get like a full streamlined way to do this. This is good enough for the moment for me, though. I am A-okay with this. You guys probably heard the Sega logo there, so we're gonna disconnect that. We're gonna put it through to my headphone directly. Alright. Let's hop on over. Be Bayonetta time, I hope. Oh, good lord. I apologize for whatever fucking sound was coming out of there. Because that was not right. DMC2? Yeah, we can do DMC2. If you really want, we can do DMC2. Here, look, I'll just pause the fucking music and then put it through to here and then pull one of these. Alright. Should be good now. Apologies for whatever weird noise just happened there. I'm sure that was loud and unpleasant. It's such a boring game. That's the thing. That game just, like, there's nothing. And the reason that there's nothing is because the game literally was, like, not finished. But still, it kind of sucks to see, you know? Okay, hold up. Pull that volume all the way up. That should be a good volume. If it's too loud or too quiet, let me know, but we'll only be able to figure that out once we get in game, because this game can get very loud. Guns are still OP. The guns are OP because it's literally the easiest way to deal with anything. It's not even the most efficient way to deal with everything in that game. It's just the easiest. Also, welcome to Route 666, which is certainly a level.
That bridge in these heels? I don't suppose I can call a cab to get me to the island.
Look alive, people! We have an unidentified vehicle approaching. Close the gate!
Also, yeah, she can just run at this, like, full past the speed of, like, a moving truck. You know, normal stuff. You know, I'm really glad that I bought this microphone. The more I'm using it, the more I'm realizing, yeah, it's a condenser microphone. Yes, it's going to be very, like, good at picking up small noises, but also, it's still really good at noise rejection for what it is, compared to, like, the Blue Yeti I was using. Snooty Legs McGee. That's what we're gonna call Bayonetta now.
Did you see that? I told you there was nothing to worry about.
Mummy! Mummy saved us!
What?
Hello there, Cheshire.
Shit!
Why sprint though? Why not just fly over? I don't know, maybe the bird form wasn't fast enough.
Par with your journalism.
I figured I'd beat you to the island, but the guards had another idea, didn't they? Not really my.
Oh, we've got bat form now.
You think you've got me figured
I'm
out?
good. I'm good. I don't have to worry about much for this game anymore.
Some detective skills, you know.
Bat form is basically, if you get hit, there's like a 3-frame window where you can still dodge and not take any damage.
I'm headed there too.
How odd. You seem to know where I'm going before I do. Yet you don't seem to know how to drive a car in a straight line.
What am I? A chauffeur?
Yeah, more or less.
Do you have any idea what prolonged walking in this salty air will do to my hair?
Well, I tend to use some product when I go to the beach.
I want to point out this is supposed to be like 1940s. So I don't want to know what product Luca is using for his hair. The longsword counter, but even more OP. Yes, but you don't get the counter. It's just a dodge out of the way.
Wonderful.
Also, I miss Monster Hunter GU Valor Longsword just because of how stupid that weapon was. Valor style was such a mistake for like half of the weapons they put it on, but it was so funny.
Love it when people play hard to get.
Alright, here we go. Pare. I love the fucking horn sound. Let's switch it up here. I know exactly what weapons I want to use for this because it makes this fight, or this entire segment, kind of funny. I'm kind of sad that I made a separate save file for this because I don't have access to one of my favorite weapons, or two of my favorite weapons. Lieutenant Colonel Kilgore, which is a set of rocket launchers that work exactly like every other set of pistols, like exactly like the pistols and the shotguns, in that you can just strap them to your feet, or your hands, or both, if you have both sets. Yeah, let's leave it like this, actually. I just want the whip. Well, Shedra's good. Oh, they're just gonna miss because of the fucking drift from this thing? That was an unfortunate hit. Oh yeah, right. If you like die, if you like fall off of these, you just lose a little bit of health. I don't remember how to taunt. I vaguely remember there being a way to taunt, but I have no idea how to do it. I might be wrong here. I might be thinking of... No, there is a way to taunt. Oh, it's just not set. Okay. Oh, because we're on the keyboard and mouse controls. What is it on the controller? Taunts left bumper. Okay. I guess.
Your halo is mine.
There we go. Where's the... Okay. I was gonna say, I know that there are more enemies, but I have no fucking idea where they are. Yep, and we got crow form. Except I fucked up, but that's okay. Also, it always puts you back here for some reason. Where'd the... Where'd he go? Where did he go? He fucking left. Also, I gotta fix my sub counter, or my sub ticker. I forgot about that. Oh, right. Yeah, so this right here, this is kind of bullshit already. On hard, this is absolutely fucking awful. So yeah, you've got to deal with the cars, even though you can't really see them depending on the camera angle. God damn. Fucking annoying. Anyway, yeah, this one's awful. On hard mode, you have to fight... First of all, everything just deals more damage on hard mode. Because of course it does. But also on hard mode, when you're doing this fight, you get some real bullshit. Because you have to deal with, you have to deal with, enemies that actually you can't use witch time on. Watch this, car's gonna kill me. Nope, okay, we got it. I was so scared the car was just gonna come up and hit me and immediately kill me. This game does have one-shot kill protection, and by one-shot kill protection, I mean regardless of how much health you have, if you take damage that would kill you, you end up at 1 health the first time. Also, quick time cutscenes, which also kill you. This game's great. I fucking love it. She also just shoves her middle finger into the fucking motorcycle. Anyway, welcome to, this song actually slaps. Let's fucking get it, guys. This level's actually super fun, but on hard, it is miserably difficult. Anyway, if I take any damage here, I die. Yeehaw. Hope you guys are enjoying this start to this. We're like a little over halfway through the game, I think. If I had to take a guess, I can't like explicitly say like, yeah, we're halfway through the game because I don't remember how long this game is off the top of my head as far as like actual mission numbers. But we've taken care of half of the major bosses, just about. if nothing else. Because there's only like 3 or 4 major bosses. I actually love this segment. It's just like, yeah, it's kind of boring because the segment goes on for like 3 minutes or something, 3 or 4 minutes. But at the same time, it actually just like is good. Like the music slaps. The actual like gameplay here isn't awful. Okay, left bumper is just choke controls. Got it. I was like, what the fuck is it telling me to use left bumper for? Nope. Fucked it up. Yeah, that evade has, like, I think very few iframes, if I remember right. But, oh well. You know what I might do with the sub counter? I might have to remake the frame there if I do that, but what I might do is I might actually, just set that up to say, like, the people who are, like, to put, like, a tiny amount of chat in there, something that's kind of unobtrusive. Because I do like having the face cam in the corner there, but I like having the ticker too. But I also realized that I don't know if I'm going to be able to access all of my sub information, like all of my, like, the YouTube sub information anymore. From my bot, I might be able to. But like I said, YouTube API seems to be really, really awful. As far as, like, streaming stuff. Chat-only stream. Oh, well, like, there's nothing but the chat. I would love to stream that, just like, it's just a text log. It's just a text log of the whole chat. I could set up an IRC server. I've never done that before, but I'm sure I could. Just set up an IRC server for the whole thing rather than using Discord. There's actually some plugins, I think. There's definitely some, like, software that somebody's made that lets you take IRC chats, or lets you take... It lets you basically take Discord and add it to an IRC chat or vice versa. And I've genuinely thought about just, like, going completely off the grid. Or at least as much off the grid as I possibly can. Hell, I've even thought about making my own video streaming, like, server. Specifically for, like, when I'm doing OBS. Like, just to stream to OBS. But that would require me to buy, like, a whole server. And probably a rack. Although I could just set the server on, like, a shelf somewhere. Just because that would be, it'd be a lot. You'd need hard drives for it. Well, you wouldn't need that many hard drives for it if it's just a purely streaming server, but you need a lot of RAM. Processing power in general would be hard, and I'd probably have to get, like, business internet. So that I could actually, like, stream enough bandwidth. Actually, I could actually let everybody do that. You wanna go kart racing? You want to play a kart racing game? Also, yes, there is a jump. Yes, it's kind of jank. Yes, everything about this segment's kind of jank, but also this game was designed with this segment in mind, I think. I don't think this was a last-second decision, because it feels not horribly underpolished, I guess is the best way to put it. Like, it feels reasonable. And yeah, it's maybe not the most interesting thing ever, especially when you've been doing it this long. Especially if you fucking die. On some like, there are checkpoints, but if you die on some segments, it's just terrible. Another thing I really love about this game, and I know I'm just talking over it and completely ignoring the music, but I love the music for this game. I was talking about it last night, like, this game's music is genuinely really good. Also, why is this bridge so long? That's another question. Don't forget, Bayonetta is technically a Nintendo character. That's right, they bought the rights to her so that they could keep using the, I'm trying to figure out why somebody, like, decided... Like, Nintendo saved Bayonetta 2, and I'm thankful for that. Because otherwise, Bayonetta 2 would have been a game that was lost in development, never happened, and Bayonetta would not be a character anymore. I'm trying to figure out why the fuck Nintendo saved this franchise. Knowing what the first game was, and knowing that this franchise maybe wasn't that popular, I feel like there was one guy at Nintendo who was buddy-buddy with, like, a bunch of the people at Platinum. It was like, we gotta get this, man. It's too fucking good. She was standing on the wheel there. I don't think she was standing on the wheel well. Mature appeal plus the Wii U needed something. That's fair, I guess. They did need a unique franchise because they didn't have much besides the regular Nintendo stuff, which obviously wasn't selling well.
Right! Turn right! Get off the road!
Get off the road!
I know you don't want me here, but you really could have been more subtle about it.
Anyway, now we got 3 of these fucks. In case you can't tell, this is supposed to represent Bayonetta getting more powerful over the course of the game. Braves are basically the same thing as the... whatever the hell they're called. They also usually come in 3s. But they have a move where they can slam their weapon into the ground, and it, Why are you just standing there, Chief? Oh, right, they're fusing. I was like, what the fuck is the other unique mechanic of the Braves? Right, they can just do that. Also, they have a stomp that's almost impossible to avoid. Yeah, you saw how I just took like half my health by there? Yep, completely fucking normal. I was gonna say, here's the point where I die. Because that stomp is like immediately a hitbox that's available. That is a frame 1 hitbox. Oh, fuck's sake. Get the fuck off me, dude. I need to get Wicked Weaves off, and I'm not getting them. Ah, you're finally awake. We're into the Imperial ambush while trying to cross the border. I see we're back on the Skyrim nonsense. Also, this game's crafting system is weird. There's a magic flute. Let me see. Yeah, we'll cheese it. This game's crafting system is, like, fascinating to me. I don't know why, it's just very odd to me. Alright, so let's go ahead. Use one of these. Use the health. And then pop the flute. There we go. Crafting survival Bayonetta. Yeah, this entire level is just... It's genuinely one of the hardest levels in the game. Not because of the motorcycle segment. The motorcycle segment is just the segue between the two really fucking annoying segments. Use an item, run over. Yep, exactly. That level is it's a lot. Especially on hard. On hard, that level is absolutely miserable. Because you get Gracious and Glorious.
Oh my god!
Thank you. You get Gracious and Glorious on that level. Which are enemies that you cannot use Witch Time on, period. And they're very fast. And they always come in at least a pair. They are some of the most infuriatingly difficult enemies in this game. Also, the hitboxes in this game, this minigame, are a little bit questionable. Shit. That's okay. Let me see. Should probably just grab healing. Healing or the Rose Lollipop, but I don't think that the Rose Lollipop matters much for this next segment. Are you saying bad hitboxes? It's almost like almost no fucking games manage to get hitboxes right. For as much shit as Dark Souls gets about some of its hitboxes, most of its hitboxes are perfectly great. Like, they're great. Hitboxes are like game music in that they're one of those things that nobody notices until something is very wrong. Then you notice it very quickly.
You really want to make a deal with the devil? Relax. I'm just fucking with you.
I love the vibe in here, man. It's so nice. So we could save up for one of the accessories. We might be able to get one by the end of the game, but I want to get these last couple. I want to get Umbran Spear in particular. Umbran Spear is a really good gap closer. So I'm going to get that, and then I think we're just going to save up for maybe getting one of the accessories by the end of the game. Monster Hunter has gotten so much better. Yes. Yeah, we noticed. We've been noticing since the first game. We definitely noticed the Monster Hunter hitboxes being wrong. If you go back and play Monster Hunter for the PS2, you will find some of the funniest, most awful hitboxes you've ever seen, and it is incredibly frustrating in some cases. Welcome to Paradiso, I guess, because we're suddenly here.
Jesus. This is...
There he is again. Monster Hunter used to have some atrocious hitboxes. Yeah, I mean, like, we still have Plesioth, and Plesioth, last time we saw Plesioth was pretty bad. This clock face looks familiar, huh? In case you can't tell, that's the one from the beginning of the game. From the prologue. Yeah, wait, that hit me? Like, he's literally, like, 20 feet away from me. And he, like, ran in a straight line near you, and you fucking ate shit from it. It happens so much. Get the bird. Bird up. Don't know how it didn't just leave, but okay. You remember this area? This game does reuse environments a lot.
I've had enough.
Oh, are these guys invincible? I think those guys might be invincible until you beat the other dude.
You want to touch me?
Welcome to the worst stream on the internet. Bird up. Bah, 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 bah. I can't make the little squeaky noise the bird makes in that clip. Anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about by this point, Eric Andre show, Bird Up. Just look it up. This spot reminds me of the fountain area in DMC4. Yeah, fair. No, it's definitely a similar vibe. I mean, these games were made around the same time. I don't think they're the same engine, but they were definitely made around the same time. And, like, the games definitely shared a similar, like, sort of religious vibe. Like, they were intentionally made to, like, kind of be poking fun at, like, Christian religion. Or using it as an antagonist for a game, at the very least. That killed the other one too. Yeah, it seems like it. I don't think they're using the same engine. You cannot reliably tell that now. Just try playing a game of, is this Unreal or not Unreal? Yeah. Yeah. Because everybody tends to use, like, okay, cool, everybody's using Unity, everybody's using Unreal Engine. And that's not a bad thing, because that means that everybody has tools that they can just make a game with like that from scratch very easily and very cheaply without having to develop their own engine. That's a good thing. At the same time, it's kind of frustrating, you know? You lose a lot of the... It's a streamlining and a simplification of, you know, how engines typically worked in games, you know? It's kind of frustrating. These games might be the same engine, but I very highly doubt it, because this is Platinum Games and DMC was Capcom. Oh, right. I forgot about these things. Ball time. Can I get a balls in the chat? Also, this verse, you know how in the corner it says verse here? That means that you're supposed to technically actually kill a lot of the NPCs here for points. Because otherwise you can't get a platinum in the level. It doesn't work for everything. Just look at Monkey Ball, Banana Mania. Fair. Yeah. There's definitely some companies definitely go out of their way to modify engines and do unique shit with their engines more often. Welcome to a very puzzle game. I need to punch this thing and then do this, and that's it. That's the whole puzzle. Also, pretty sure Bayonetta's spinning fast enough around that pole to be able to cause a fucking wind current. But, you know. She just takes off. It becomes a helicopter. They really screwed that game trying to take the easy way out. Yeah, I can't say much about it because I haven't played it personally. And I've never been, like, somebody who's gotten super into the Monkey Ball franchise. But it definitely seems like it to me as well. Then again, I mean, the guy who wanted to make... The guy who originally made Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2 doesn't want to make the series anymore. He wants to make the Yakuza games. Because guess what? That's the same dude. If you've never known that, that's the same guy. Also, I don't know why my camera bugged out for a sec. Also, yeah, now you have to deal with the ball trying to kill you. And the ball will just try and kill you. Or it bugs out like it did here. There's a Gracious. This is one of those enemies. Or no, sorry, this is a Grace. My bad. Funny enough, this game, so like, Devil May Cry obviously is a game where like you can just mash buttons. A lot of these games are games where you can just mash buttons. Like these action games, sure, you can get through them doing that. But that's not the most efficient way to play most of these games, at least. Most of the good action games, button mashing is not the most effective way to play. Yes, it's the Iron Sphere of Doom, exactly. But actually, the most efficient way to play... So the most efficient way to play DMC is by, like... basically doing things that you know that you're going to be comfortable doing. But, like, trying to combo things together, like, slowly. And it's okay to be slow about your combos as long as you keep things moving, you know? With Bayonetta, the combat's frantic, but you don't have to attack frantically. That's the difference there. How did I jump back into it? Also, yeah, that's the damage animation for that. Lamau. But, like, the actual key to combat with Bayonetta is to literally just focus on dodging and very slowly damaging enemies through attacks. Max upgrade guns and perfect Royal Guard. That is another way to play the game. I'm not gonna, like, say that there is a wrong way to play Devil May Cry, because there definitely isn't, especially with Royal Guard. Because that shit's just funny. Ow. Of course, I got fucked by the ball. You love to see it, man. Yep.
Oh my god!
Yep, I agree. I agree. OMG, that hurt. I'm gonna pop the fucking... Because this fight's just weird. But yeah, the point with Bayonetta is that, like, a lot of these enemies just, like, are kind of crap to fight. But you can see that a lot of what I'm doing, I'm, like, I'm not, like, mashing buttons to attack. I mean, like, the general rule is you're gonna go for Wicked Weaves, because Wicked Weaves deal a fuck ton of damage. And the most basic one is YBY. Or XAX, whatever the fuck you want to call this one. Punch, kick, punch. But there's a shit ton of them. And so knowing your Wicked Weaves, first you learn your Wicked Weaves, the next thing you want to learn how to do is to do dodge offsets. So you just kind of, and I explained this last time when I was playing, but dodge offsets, basically if you attack, hold down the attack button and dodge, Bayonetta's going to do a flurry of bullets, and then you can still keep your combo going after you're done with that dodge. It's really neat, honestly. It's a good mechanic. But that's sort of like the your game's bad and you should feel bad, precisely. But that's sort of how this game works, I guess is the best way to put it. Like, at a high level, this game is you're comboing the shit out of your enemies, and anytime they try and attack you, you basically just ignore it by dodge offsetting and then continuing the combo. Also, we gotta get that Super Mario Galaxy perspective switch nonsense. Where you're, like, on a rotating platform, but the camera's following the rotating platform, so now everything looks all wonky. And then somebody gets motion sick, and they stop doing it. And there's a Witch Heart piece. There's a bunch that we've missed, too. I haven't really been doing any of the Alfheims or going out of my way to find a bunch of the hidden shit. And here's one of the most annoying enemies in the game, but also one of the funniest enemies in the game. We're now playing World of Warships. This is an angel somehow. It's just a boat. It's called Kinship, too. I don't know why the fuck they did this other than the stupid pun idea. And it shoots missile angels, which is great. Shake the Wii remote to spin, exactly. Also, these missiles are some of the worst things ever. I'm not even fucking kidding you. But yeah, these things are just plain one of the most annoying enemies in the game. Also, yeah, now it's just disgusting organs. Kinship's great. Things are getting out of hand. Now there's two of them. Exactly. Also, yeah, that's why bat form is necessary, because those missiles are really fucking fast. Thankfully, the ships don't just vanish out of midair when you kill them, so you don't just fall if you don't jump. You like need to jump. I get a feeling that at some point in production they had that idea. They were like, oh, they just need to jump when they kill the kinship, otherwise they fall into the void and then die. Except in this game, you don't die when you fall into the void, you just lose some health. Which is at least a nice little forgiving thing. But definitely would have been annoying as opposed to just having the ship stay there and letting you be able to, you know, do stuff with it. Just imagine pranked. And I think that's another moon pearl. Yeah. Cool. That's a moon pearl. Realistically, none of these unless all of these moon pearls were fractured the exact same way, none of them should be able to fit with one another like that. Also, there's an achievement for this, for like popping all of these, except I already fucked it up. But it is absurdly hard to get because the cycles don't really line up. And you do have to do a little bit of memorization here for this. But hey, it's Halos, right? Also, yeah, if you don't land here, you just fall and die. And the game does this immediately afterwards, which is great. I keep hitting that by accident, but it's fine, because it's actually a pretty good move. Okay, bye. And I died. Brain blast. Why are we talking about Jimmy Neutron now? Anyway, yeah, this segment's a little bit bull. But like everything in this game's a little bit bull. Especially on hard. It's one of those games where you look at it and go like, this game's not fair, but also the game gives you the tools to make it fair if you need to. Give me the moon pearl. Realistically, I should probably just, like, use a torture attack on one of these, but it's fine. We can do this segment a couple of times. We'll see how far we get today. I might beat this game, I might not, because I think we've got some segments in Paradiso, which are definitely just filler, honestly, as far as story is concerned. You know, while I'm thinking about it, yeah, I actually kind of want to go watch the Jimmy Neutron series again. The mental gymnastics and stream of consciousness I went through to get to that point is stupid. Fair. You are entirely valid. I've done some really dumb mental gymnastics myself on occasion. That blood splatter. Perfect. Also, yeah, you'll notice me spamming the shortest Wicked Weave I could find. But yeah, that's because it's kind of necessary in some of these segments. At least for me, because I'm not good enough to be able to hold combos through dodge offsets very often. There we go. But yeah, for as much shit as I give this game for its like weird difficulty, like arcadey, silly difficulty, it does good. It's a good game. Also, welcome to Ball Town. The ball will just crush you outright. Also, if this looks familiar, it should. It's the second level of the game. Second or third, whatever it is.
Some people may have a thing for the 45s, but to me, these are the real works of art.
Alright, so we got 20k. We don't really have any techniques that I want to learn. We got breakdance, which is funny, but doesn't really work very well for the most part. At least not with the weapons that you can get in a first playthrough. Then we've got Umbran Portal Kick, which... that's a little useful, I guess. The ships are filled with organs, but what if they fought with organs? The brain is an organ. Fire it like a rocket. It could be called a brain blast. Oh crap, brain blast is from Jimmy Neutron. Entirely fair. That's a good... that was a good, like, little, like, train of thought. Oh, man. It's nice to be playing this game again. Have I really been playing for an hour already? Well, I've been live for an hour already. I've only been playing for probably, like, 40 minutes or something. Forgot the ball sits there. Because I'm used to seeing the craters come up before I actually... like, deal with... or before... I'm used to seeing the craters come up before actually, like, landing on the platform. But yeah, this thing is, if you can't tell, this thing's sentient and wants to kill you, but it is definitely just a ball. Which I kind of love this for an enemy design, simply because it's stupid. Also, fun fact, some of these statues, they're not statues. You can crush some of them and get some extra health and stuff, but a lot of them are actually real angels and are quite annoying. The impossibly heavy iron ball of annihilation. Yes. It can literally squish you flat, but also it's Bayonetta, so she's fine. I love that they put that weird cartoon, like, squishing animation in there, where she just gets squished flat as a sheet of paper and then, like, waves around and comes back up. Alright, who's ready to fight Ball, fella? I don't remember what this thing's actually called. But it's like a boss, a mini-boss, whatever you want to call it. It becomes like a normal fucking enemy in a couple levels. Golem. That's like every enemy design in Bayonetta. As soon as you fight a new enemy, there is a decent chance that it is a normal enemy type that you just deal with later. Go ahead. Longer and longer title. Just keep getting more descriptive. Yeah, every time it shows up on screen, it just gets more titles. Alright, who's ready for some fucking football? Did I say football? I meant volleyball. Nice. I love that cutscene. It's just so incredibly silly. Like the, yes, we're going to play volleyball with the giant ball, like, angel thing that's been attacking us for the whole level. Also, I think that's more health. Hell yeah. So I'm getting this Umbran tier. But, like, let's just play volleyball with the whole thing, and then also, oops, I missed. Just beat the fuck out of it, dude. It's all good. Just beat the fuck out of it. Anyway, yeah, we did okay, but we missed a couple of the, Fun fact, to get a pure platinum, or platinum for a level, you don't need to actually, get every single encounter in a level, I don't think. I think you just have to, there's like a point system based on how you did in each encounter and what rank medal you got, and I think if you get, like, you can miss a couple if you get a decent amount of pure platinums. I used to hate this minigame. I like it now. I think it's a good addition. It's not only a good way to get some extra points if you're good at shooting games, but it also just gives you, like, it's either giving you halos or it's giving you extra items that help you survive the goddamn game. Because this game is definitely a game that you survive. Also, the crosshair is not fucking accurate in this at all. I'm tempted to get a red hot shot. Now, you know what? Let's exchange him, because that's 10k. If we can just do that for a couple levels, we should be able to get an accessory. Because the accessories basically change how you play. They add extra, either passive or active benefits to Bayonetta. Metal Gear Survive. That's a game that I never even saw footage of. I never saw anything about that game. I didn't even hear about that game until it released. I was kind of living under a rock as far as, like, video games go at the time, but that's also the case now, so I guess nothing really changed. Definitely a weird one, though. I definitely want to, like, actually try and play that at some point. I don't remember if you can do anything offline with it, or if it was, like, purely online weird nonsense. Hey, you remember this room from earlier? Because we were definitely here earlier. Despite the fact that, you know, we're in Paradiso. We definitely had a flashback here that was similar.
You may select opponents of your choice.
Sigrid. I've been there before.
Deja vu. Pay for extra save files. Fucking disgusting. I hate that shit, man. Like, bad monetization.
Cereza? The little one?
This is why I kind of like playing Classic WoW, because, like, there's very little in that game that you can really monetize the way that it's set up. Like, yeah, you got your subscription system, but beyond that, I don't know, cosmetics, that's it. That's kind of it. They don't really make you pay for anything else. You don't really pay to win PvP, you actually gotta do well with it. You ever just attract random plants?
Tentacles? Why did it have to be tentacles?
Something, tentacle joke. I'm sure they already thought of that, but it is funny still. This is the third time we fought 3 of these fuckers, by the way. Also, yeah, one of the more annoying things about these enemies, you can't really combo them in the air. I feel like I've been to this place before. Yeah, you don't say. Deja vu. I've been to this place before. I forgot they just do that occasionally. They get a bullet climax. Deja vu. Anyway. Adios. Down we go, and suddenly we're in question mark Paradiso. That's not the button I wanted to hit. You remember this? You remember playing DMC Devil May Cry? The names of things in this game, yeah. DMC Infinite Jump, yep. You gotta love it. But the names of things in this game are very interesting because it's all like, oh cool, angel name, angel name, angel name, something really weirdly horny. Angel name. I say weirdly horny, no, this game's just horny. Just what it is. I don't mind it though, I think, is what it is. It's not even that I particularly care. It's that I'm like, wow, cool action game, and for whatever reason, whenever I'm playing action games, I'm just completely out of sync with anything. I'm just like, I don't care if it's horny. It's fine. It works in the setting. Also, yes, I am grabbing some extra materials here because, some of these next fights are a little bit iffy. Most of them are fine. There's a couple that are kind of crap. Also, hey, look, guys, using mechanics that they've already introduced you to. We have to run around and get all the gears. The guilty gears. Also, shout out to whatever the fuck this move is. I wish we could do it in Smash. I also don't play Smash, like, ever anymore, so... I sold my copy of Smash, and frankly, I don't know that many people who actually want to play Smash most of the time. Grace and glory. That was actually a pretty smooth fight. I don't know if I took damage. Yeah, look at that, no damage. Still only got a gold for that, though. Normally, if you get no damage, you're... Oh, you know what it was? That whole verse? That verse is literally doing the entire, like, grabbing all of the gears. That's why I didn't get a gold there, or why I didn't get a platinum there. It's because I took too long doing it. See, look, this is what happens when you're fucking around. I'm not good at Smash. It's fun in short doses, yeah. I'm okay. I'm not great. I can kind of keep up with some decently competitive players, but I'm not an amazing Smash player by any means. This is an Alfheim. I don't want to go there. I'm trying to finish the game today. As much as I'd like to do all the Alfheims and get everything, no, I want to finish this game. I don't really care about unlocking everything. I like the Alfheims. I don't care enough about them to actually, like, figure them out. Because they are puzzles, really. Like, yes, there's some execution required, but a lot of them are just straight-up puzzles of, like, what weapons should I be using? How should I be doing this? I'm getting that bird. This is Bird Up, the worst game on the internet. Give me the bird. Oh, come on. I was like a frame late. There we go. Bird up. Also, hi, welcome back to the weird manta ray thingies. These things are really good to hit with whips. But yeah, the combo system in this game, like the actual like gameplay of this game and like understanding the combo system and all that, the combo system's not that complex, but when you add in dodge offsets, it makes the execution so much more interesting because you basically have to reroute your combos on the fly. You have to reroute your inputs on the fly to react to things that are happening in the game. That's where it gets interesting. Also, hi. Oh, I thought that he was just staggering. Oh. Also, yeah, the whip's pretty decent here. There are better weapons, especially for pure, like, damage. But also, this is kind of the boss rush. The closest thing we're gonna get to one, at least. We've only had, like, 2 bosses before, but, you know. Boss rush question mark. Also, it's pretty shit as a fight. This one's kinda shit. The timing on this is so weird. And yeah, it just tracks you. But yeah, you can see that these used to be bosses, and now Bayonetta's taking care of them with no, like, without using her, like, superpowered form or anything. Go ahead, keep punching, Chief. Oh, he's going back to lasers. I was kind of hoping he'd keep punching, but okay. I guess. Just sit here and do this. Oh, fuck's sake. Come on, man. Be a little nice. We're just gonna walk back and forth.
Your halo is mine.
This is unfortunately just to kind of wait and see boss. Because they had to adapt it to the environment rather than giving it its own, because they had to adapt it to the environment rather than giving it its own arena. I think that that's what caused that one to be, this boss to be, like, so fucking weird to fight. This is fun, right, guys? Don't you like waiting game bosses? You just have to wait for the right opportunity to strike. It's different in Dark Souls, because in Dark Souls, that's the whole combat point. Or, like, Monster Hunter. But in this game, like, you're constantly doing stuff, and then the game's just like, yep, this boss is basically invincible. Like, yes, you can technically deal damage, but it's not gonna do anything. Laser again. See how much longer this is taking? Now, there is a weapon that you can get, and it's kind of hard to get. You have to beat hard mode, I think, to do it. Or to get it, but there's a weapon you can get for this game, or for this fight, that makes this fight, like, trivial. It makes this fight absolutely fucking trivial, just due to the sheer amount of, It makes this fight completely trivial due to the, like, the range that it has. It's basically just a laser beam. Like, the hold action on it is a laser beam that deals a shit ton of damage. And you can basically just immediately, like, stomp that fight. Didn't seem to like that one, huh? Just wait. Now we're playing Super Mario Galaxy. I do kind of like this segment of the game, honestly. Like, genuinely, I think it's a cool idea. Pure platinum. Let's fucking go. Now we just gotta see where the fuck we're headed. Thought I missed that. Also, yeah, sometimes this segment's a little bullshit. This game's fun. The more I play this game, every once in a while, I'll come back to this game and be like, this game's fucking great. Because I really do get frustrated with this game. When I'm trying to be good at this game's incredibly frustrating. There we go. Just kick his face in. It works every time. Works in real life, too. Oh, right, there's another... Yeah. Hold up. Let me see if I can get over there. And it didn't work. Gotta love it. I don't think you can actually die from jumping like that, but we're just gonna leave it for the moment. I'm not gonna bother trying to get over there. It is a very difficult jump to get over there. You have to basically go double jump as Leopard, go into crow form, and then hope that you make it. You remember what I said about some of these being actual angels? Yeah, this is the segment where that starts to happen. Bird. Oops, I forgot I was watching for a few minutes. Hey, I mean, like, you can do what you're gonna do, man. I'm alright with just vibing. People are always allowed to lurk in this chat. I'm never gonna say, like, nah, you need to get out, fuck off. If you're not actively giving me attention, fuck off. No. Screw that. Everybody is allowed to do their own thing. I'm gonna actually make myself a couple of these. I don't know if I'm gonna use them for this, but I might use them on the next fight because the next fight is kind of a slog without them. Actually... Oh, these are... Okay. There's this separate weapon that you can get for the feet, I think. Unless, like, maybe I'm just stupid. Hold on. No, you can just put them on your feet. Okay. So eventually you can get access to multiples. Oh, here we go. Yep. Dead time. Dead soon. This is gracious and glorious. These guys suck. Yep, dead. This fight's kind of suck. This fight kind of sucks. Gracious and Glorious are the enemies that I've been mentioning that can just, you don't have to worry about which time. Was it in DMC4 where they tried to do the mimic painting and mirror and really bungled it and made every mirror and painting in that area come to life? I don't remember. Was it 4? I don't think it was. Alright, let's just fucking deal with these idiots. Sometimes there's bleed over with the memories. Yeah, I mean, like, it's okay to get memories confused. Shit happens all the time. Not a big deal. Can I point out that Riders of the Light is like one of my favorite fucking songs out of this game? It's the song it's playing right now. It's called Riders of the Light. And it is just absolutely a fucking banger. Nope. Yeah, fucked up. Music to schmoove to, yeah. It really is.
Stretched up.
Oh, that's weird. Why didn't the OMG go off? Maybe it has to be. Maybe it's case sensitive. Or maybe the exclamation point threw it off. Let me look at that real quick, actually.
Oh my god!
Hold up. I want to check this. Commands. Oh, it's only if it's at the start. No, I wanted to if it's fucking anywhere. Okay. So it's not case sensitive and it should be anywhere in the word now, or anywhere in the sentence now. Darn, ruined the timing. Yeah, that would have been good timing. That would have been funny. Oh well. Alright, let's... I got an idea. Well, let's get through this segment. Bird. There's a bullet for Angel Attack. Also, I just realized that the dude who's talking about Angel Attack, the dude who announces Angel Attack at the end of the levels, pretty sure that's Luca's voice actor. Just thinking about that, and like the voices, trying to line them up. Alright. So let me equip, you there, you there. I think that should be good. I just want an alternative set that's not the, Actually, fuck it. Watch this shit. Yep. Alright, that's the strat now, boys. We gotta weeb kill him. Omae wa mou shinderu. There we go. The angles have taken Wario's gold, and he's fucking pissed. That sounds like something I would make. I need to just start doing more stupid, like, video edits of shit. I need to take, like, FMVs from, like, Wario World or something, and just, like, add voiceover and do all sorts of stupid nonsense to it. I'm gonna let this cutscene play out, though, because it's funny.
That's all. I can't believe that witch. Placing a poor, helpless child under her spell. If she did anything to this little girl's parents, I swear.
Mommy.
No need to cry. We'll get you to your mom in no time. Here, I've got some candy if you want.
That looks photoshopped in. It looks like an edit. The lighting on that is completely wrong.
What is this? It's yummy.
I don't know. It's candy. Strawberry, I think?
Hey, Kitty, I've got some yummies. Would you like some?
Is that cat your friend?
Yes, he is. His name is Cheshire. He's cute, isn't he?
Cheshire. What a stupid name. Well, so much for taking the highway. That just means we're gonna have to find something else. Now, all I have to figure out is what to do about you. So, Cerecita, that woman's really your mom?
Uh-huh. My mummy is strong, and she protects me from scary monsters.
Monsters? I don't think you know who the real monsters are.
I don't know, dude. You been looking at them angels? I like that cutscene though. Just cute. This definitely isn't some weird bullshit. Also, bat form, top quality. We could get something from the shop here. I don't wanna though. I don't wanna. Whoa. I don't know what's up with these guys. I don't know why they're yellow. They're Braves. But, like, I don't know why they're, like, weird yellow colored. No, you fucking don't. Bump. I love that that's free damage. Also, if you're ever playing through this game for the first time, don't use Scarborough Fair, the pistols, as your main weapon. You should probably be using Shiraba, which is this katana here, as like your main weapon, because it is just infinitely easier to deal a ton of damage with Shiraba than it is with Scarborough Fair. Because Shiraba's a charge weapon, so obviously you're just going to have more to work with. Where is he? Where's the boy? Oh, right, these things are, like, made up of water or some shit, and you gotta fill the place up so that you can actually, like, jump high enough to get up on that platform. I think there's a way to cheese it, actually, but I'm not familiar enough with the game to be able to do that. Why does just running into him damage me? It's taking forever. You gonna land now? There we fucking go. Hey, guess what? Another one! Yay! Oh well. Yeah, we already got 50,000. That was from like 2 levels. Shit. Nah, we're good. Also, for whatever reason, these things are just incredibly weak. Again, it's supposed to show, like, a power progression thing, I think. But also, it is just, like, absurd how fucking weak these things are. Alright. I don't know, I kind of want to wait around a little bit. Anyway, so there's your level. Wow, we got coppers. Or bronzes, whatever they are. I guess bronze. Supposed to be like metals. Yeah, dying on the Gracious and Glorious, that just happens a lot. Gracious and Glorious are those that are like the enemy where you kind of have to learn how the game's ultimate flow works at a high level. Like the actual gameplay, not combo game. Combo game is one thing. But like how you like normally fight in the game when you're not able to... You're neutral. You're neutral if you're playing fighting games. Because, like, if you fuck up on Gracious and Glorious, you're just kind of screwed, overall. Like, you just can't do anything. Walker Pierce, if you want to write a script for a Wario, for, like, a Wario Land 2 trailer or some shit, I would be more than happy to voice act that. That would be very funny. Yeah, so then there's another 11K from that one. And again, I'm not getting any items from this, but that's okay. I think by the end of this level, we might have enough to do it. Oh no, because this is just Justice. Never mind. This is the next boss fight, for the record. I think by the end of maybe the level after this, we'll have enough. And then I think by that, that'll be the end of the playthrough, more or less. GameCube. Yeah, there was this weird thing. The early 2000s were certainly an interesting time, and I think that looking at old game commercials really shows that. Game and, like, music, other media stuff. Really shows that, you know? Like, everything was edgy, and that's just what it was at the time. It didn't matter, it was just the cool thing to do was to be edgy.
Can't you see?
Oh my god!
Monsters for us.
Yeah, that's the end of the commercial. It's Wario going, oh my god! Wah! It's the crash. Wah! She can just see. So, what's interesting about this one is that she can see even without the glasses, but Luca can't. Because she can just do magic on the glasses and see angels and shit. Like, perfectly fine. I don't know why, but this hypothetical game is really funny to me. Yeah, it's fucking funny. It's good. Why not just do magic on his eyes? I feel like that might be significantly more dangerous than doing magic on just an inanimate object, but you know what? Fair point. I always think about magic systems in this idea of like, how would magic work with other other complex systems? You know, is magic just just do the magic and it's done? Is there a danger to it? Is there not a danger to it? Stuff like that. I think about this a lot. Oh. Gotta think on your feet, man. Can't get distracted. Thing is, it's 100% in character for Wario. He would totally wage a one-man crusade against Heaven and Health and then getting his treasure back or a good payday. Oh yeah, that's literally... Wario Land 4 is literally he goes to raid a fucking tomb. Like, he's dealing with shit that no person should be dealing with. Oh. Oh. She got the cat.
Well, Kitty, what do you think we should do? He's hurt you, has he? Well...
She's grown soft. Why would she care about the doll? I mean, like... She's always been this sort of character. The term is actually fucking tsundere in Japanese. Like, I know that it's a meme, but, like, that's what it is. It's a character who... I mean, tsundere is maybe not the best term. Maybe yare yare. There's, like, a shit ton of terms that describe different character types. Basically, she tries to show that she doesn't give a shit even when she actually does.
Let's rock, baby!
Although she didn't even fit yare yare that well. There's gotta be a term somewhere, I just don't fucking know it. Anyway, this is Justice. And, it kind of sucks. It's kind of just a really annoying, terrible fight. In the sense that, like, there's definitely some segments that are just, like, way worse than they need to be. It's also kind of disgusting, but, you know. She just kind of slices it with her hand. She's a hard ass with a big soft spot. Yeah, exactly. And she's always kind of been that way. Even at the beginning of the game, she's kind of that way. She just definitely doesn't show it that much. I don't remember what the fuck you're supposed to do here. I'm fairly certain that you're supposed to, like... Because you don't take any damage there. But I don't think that that's the way you're intended to deal with that segment. Oh, fuck's sake. This fight just feels really weirdly designed because of shit like this. Like, there are other platforms to move on to, but it's actually really hard to move on to them properly. Oh, what the hell? It didn't let me pause. Guess she'll just die then. Yeah, it's like, what are you supposed to do? Cool, it's a bunch of platforms over, like, it's weird poison acid shit. What the fuck am I supposed to do? I don't know. Perish.
Oh my god!
Wow. Also, you can't witch time in, like, half of this fight. And when you can witch time, the hitboxes don't really work out. Oh, did we skip a phase? Did I skip a phase? Because that's very good. I'm happy about that. I'm fairly certain I skipped a phase, because we, like, obliterated that thing's health bar. Obligatory DMC plant boss. That was only a thing in 4, though. At least as far as I remember. Yeah, we definitely skipped a phase with that climax. Great. Yep, because this is final. Oh, come on, let me crow back up there. At least if you evade it, you don't take damage when you fall like that. But it's still a nuisance. Also, yeah, this thing just takes up a fuck ton of the platform. Okay. I like that you can at least get some combos off, though. When you have to do that shit. Oh, climax time. Also, this boss doesn't even talk to you. This feels like a rushed boss, because it just doesn't even talk to you. Like, yes, it's been chasing you for a while, but it doesn't talk to you before the fight like I think every other boss does. Assuming all angels are created, why would something create something like this? I don't know, man. It's probably optimal for some reason or another. Well, because the idea with a lot of, the idea with a lot of, like, thoughts about angels is that angels are basically automatons. This thing was probably designed for some purpose or another. Also, yeah, that's just a fucking airplane. The methods are beyond the comprehension of flesh. Yeah. Crunch. The baby face.
Still not enough. You can go another round, can't you?
Sentaconda. That sounds like a shitty sci-fi movie. Like one of the sci-fi originals.
The Lumen Sage.
I like that Bayonetta refuses to speak in the angel's language, but you can understand it perfectly fine. But yeah, the idea is that all of these things, like, know their purpose to some extent. And so they're perfectly fine with doing this because that is their purpose.
One of them is
Which would make them more or less automatons. Well, don't go waggling it around by the tail. You're gonna break the stitching. You gotta be careful with shit like that. Yeah, I know I died and I used the fucking item. Fuck you. Oh, man. Alright, we've been at this for like a little over an hour and a half. I think it's time for a little bit of a break. What do you guys think? Now let's finish up this Angel Attack segment. Hey, let's fucking go. And then I missed one, so it balances out anyway, but you know. It's all good. I was half expecting a wah as that boss was getting chugging to hell. You're just gonna set up a Wario board? Is that what we're gonna do? It's like a Ouija board. I'm gonna set up a Wario board. It's just gonna be sound effects for Wario that I just play whenever. I could do that. This new bot, I do have like hotkeys accessible on it. And there's something I do want to try, and I'm not gonna try it on stream. But I do want to try. There's a. I want to see if I can get the whole like moving my webcam on and off screen again working, because it was working for a while. But it suddenly stopped working and started crashing everything for a reason that I can't comprehend. The Waluigi board. Yes, the Waluigi board. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know if you have the mouse here, it turns the actual environment slightly. That's cool. Also, one of the unfortunate things that you lose about this game playing it on PC as opposed to, like, from a disc, on a console is that the load times are so fast that you can't actually practice any of the moves, and that's the only way that you can practice moves in this game unless you try out moves in the Gates of Hell when you go to purchase them. At least in an environment that's not, like, in an actual practice environment, but also you can't actually bring enemies in, so it's nowhere near as good for a training environment. Alright, I think it's time for a little bit of a break, though. What do you guys think? Put on the music again. Again, I need to set up hotkeys. Also, I need to mess with the text chat, or with the text log again. So the chat log seems to be working okay. But I'm running into a couple issues with it. If you type longer messages, like the text is resizing itself is basically what's happening. So, alright, let's try this. Let's, position alignment, I want it to be bottom center. And then I don't want any bounds on. And what I'll do... I'll just move this back down here. And yeah, it's gonna clip for the moment. I've got an idea on how to fix that. But I don't know if I have the thing that I need to do it right here. I guess I can just prop it. But that doesn't really work either. I counted at least one miss in that boss fight. You're slipping a little, man. Hey, look, I'm trying my best, okay? This game tends to wear on me after long periods. It's a very chaotic game, even compared to, like, Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry, I can keep track of shit no problem. With this game, it's significantly harder to keep track of everything. Alright, you know what? We're gonna do this live. I will make a thing. So I'm gonna take a screenshot of oh, that didn't trigger the miss. Ah, shit. Did I not set it up on the miss right? No, I didn't. Anywhere. This should also be any. Okay. Those should work now. Let me mess with something real quick though. So we go to Documents, OBS, Overlay. I want the actual weird. That's weird. Sneaking it in super subtly is gonna be fun. Yeah, until it blares into the headphones over everything else. I intentionally set them up so they should be loud enough that you shouldn't have to like you're gonna hear it regardless of what's happening. Also, I kind of like the lighting here, so I'm using different lighting. I'm trying to use natural lighting. I've got my windows open. I've got my lights set to a much more like natural sunlight color. Unfortunately, I can't do this all the time because, well, I don't have natural sunlight all the time, and so it makes my room look really weird if I have my actual light on. Because my actual light is a tungsten color light, which is a lot more yellow. And then you've got my lights over here, which would be a different color, and it would just make me look really fucking weird compared to everything around me. So until I get proper, like, background lighting that I can set up, I'm just gonna have to deal with this as it is. Where the fuck did I put it? Show all files. I can tell sometimes I can see the shadow from the Maryland crab pass by, yeah. Yep. Sometimes he's here, you know. He's all over the place, man. He's got things to do. Raid new, 1920 by 1080. Paste this in. Scale this up. Here, I'll show you guys what I'm doing. Hopefully I could do at least. That's me. I want to crop this to... Well, no, we don't even want to crop it, do we? So we've got this pasted layer. I want to delete this layer. I want to add another layer. And this is the stuff I do for streams sometimes, by the way. You kind of just gotta be able to do all of this shit. So I want to just crop it, so basically this is what we get. So then I just need to adjust the corner radius here and move it in. Because I obviously don't want it to show up outside of these bounds, so I'm going to add a prop to the actual text log. That way it doesn't scale weirdly, because like the problem is if I try and set it up so it's always showing within the box, it's going to scale weirdly, so like the text is going to get smaller or bigger, which you obviously don't want. Yeah, so then we just want to fill this with a white. Full opacity. Then I want to Control I, so I inverse that, flip this, and then paint this all black. Yeah, and that's what I want. Then if I file, export as, then I go back to Documents, OBS, new overlay, and then this is chat mask. Export that. Now, if I go back to Facecam, fuck you, Baltimore! I was yelling that the other day. Just funny. It's just a really funny video. Actually, yesterday, a couple friends of mine and I were playing D&D, and we headed into DC to go get a Momo. And if you don't know what Momo is, it's basically steamed dumplings. It's like well, one of my friends is from Nepal, and so he really likes Nepalese steamed dumplings. And they're a little hard to find, but you can still find them in DC, funny enough. And so he's been just showing us all that stuff. Big Bill Hells, home of challenge pissing, yep. Fucking amazing clip. Put the chat mask on. Oh, you fucker. Okay. No, we gotta export something slightly different here. Alright, so I want to crop it. Bad deals, cars that break down. I love that everything, like, you could tell that they were, like, trying to cram the clips as close together as possible because there's occasionally parts where words overlap other words. And it's really goofy sounding. Alright, so crop tool. Oh, my controller disconnected. I know I said we were taking a break, but I do want to get this taken care of beforehand. So let's export that. Okay, that's a little better. Something is still off, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. I mean, obviously I know that it's not working right. Like, that's not what I mean, but... Oh, I think I know what it is. If I hit stretch image. Because now I've just got this little bit that I've got to mess with on the end here. So let me see. I think I want to crop this again to, like, right on the edge of this. And I think that works. I might need some extra space, like, underneath, in which case I would need to make the image a little bit bigger again. Canvas size. Height, 700. Resize it. We'll figure this out. It's just gonna take a minute. What is the pixel... Like, how big is this? 352 by 860... Well, it keeps sizing up. Fiddling. Yes. This is very much fiddling. I suppose one thing I could do is I could just make it the screen size, and then add in a padding. I think I can add in padding like that. Maybe I can't. I don't know. Because the thing is, like, the more you type, the more it's gonna keep, like, updating. And so it's gonna keep getting longer, which means the text box is gonna stretch to it, which is what we don't want. So let's export that. And then, what if we... Chat log mode. What if I turn off chat log mode? Oops, my bad. It's not your fault. Chief, you're good. You're good, fam. Don't worry about it. Oh, look at that. You broke chat, man. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you? No, it just made it super long for some reason. I don't know why it's so long. Yeah, bad habit. Yeah, don't worry about it. Alright, so we slap this. Because, like, now it's clipping on the bottom slightly, which I don't really want. This is just one of those things that I'm gonna have to fuck with a lot because it just doesn't have a good solution, really. Like, if I set a bounding box size, what's gonna happen is it's gonna try and scale to that bounding box, which is not what I want. Because then we're gonna get shit like, yeah, it's just not gonna be good. I suppose if I center, or if I set the bounding box to the bottom left, have you tried asking nicely? You know, I haven't yet. Mr. Chatlog, would you please help out here? Would you be willing to help out? Because this is a pain in the ass. Big kappa, yes. Massive kappa. But yeah, you can see that it's trying to scale to whatever the largest, or whatever the smallest thing is. What if I have it scaled to the width of the bounds, and then I set it like... Because we're still clipping that. I agree, If I turn off chat log mode, what happened? Okay, no fucking bounding. All my homies hate bounding. Although bound, the animation is pretty good. You've never seen that. It's an old, I think it's a DreamWorks animation called Bound. It's about a jackalope. At the very least, it's an interesting animation, I would say. I can live with a tiny bit of clip. Well, I can't live with that happening every time I try to do something. Because, you're just not showing up now. You think you remember that one? Yeah? Alright. Fucking... Transform, edit, transform. Because what's bothering me about it is that it's dynamically rescaling the text size, which isn't what I want. Good, I'm ugly anyway. Don't be like that, man. You are a perfectly fine individual. I appreciate you. Oh, there you are. Very large. I got an idea here. It's not necessarily the best thing ever, but... I'm messing with the thing again. It's my stream now. Yeah, you can do it. You can be in charge of the stream. Like I said, theoretically, I could set this whole stream up so that you can change like basically everything. Change the title, you can change the description, you can change. I don't know if you can change the thumbnail, but we can set up all sorts of shit. Technically, you could do that now if you wanted, but layer to image size, and then fill that with black. I export this again, and then I take this chat log. I realize I'm literally just messing around with this now. You know, welcome to the Bayonetta stream. Welcome to every single stream I do where I'm just fucking around with stuff on stream because I don't know. So if you go like that, go to filter. It's still cutting it off. So I'm gonna get rid of this. That's just obviously not working right. This is frustrating. Just one of those little things about stream. And I realize that this is like a horrible thing to be doing in the middle of stream in terms of like actual, we'll call it content. Just not interesting for anybody. Including myself. This is fucking boring, tedious shit that I'm trying to figure out. It's a puzzle, and I like trying to figure stuff out, but, like, this is not what I need to be doing in the middle of stream. Frankly, I don't have the energy when I'm off. Bounding box. How do I set the bounding? Whoa. Put that back. Sleep. The other thing I could supposedly do with this is, I think I mentioned this last time. Technically, you can do, and this is a big technically. You can do voice commands, but I can't do that because I'm on Linux and the program is designed for Windows, at least right now. It seems like it'd be pretty easy to fucking port it over. So like maybe at some point that comes over to Linux in some regards and I'll be able to do that. Or maybe I can set it up on my own. I don't know. Or maybe I just set up my own bot. Technically you can do anything that's within the confines of the laws of the universe. Technically, yeah. You can do a lot of cool shit. Just remember you were a unique individual and can do a lot of cool shit. That's all I got to say. So let me mess with this transform one more time. I'm just gonna take this. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Chat log, transform, edit transform. I just want to take this. There's your bounding box. So it's not allowed to exceed that. I'll just sort of sit that here. I think that's just gonna have to work for the time being. That is okay. Anyway. Now it's time for a break. Everybody, you guys know the deal. Get up for a stretch, take care of yourself, grab some water, eat some food. You know, it's noon here at least. 2 stream PCs, a laptop running Windows with your capture software, and the other utilities on a Linux computer that you do everything else from. That would be the smart thing to do, though. And I'm not smart. Also, the problem is when you're running Windows... well, the problem is when you're running a laptop with that, it's just nowhere near the level of power that this thing is. But yes, a dual PC setup is actually what I used to do when I would do Hades. I would play Hades from my laptop, and then I would stream from my actual desktop. And that takes a lot of the load off, as opposed to having to run the game and everything on one thing. That's why I usually stream from console, because it takes a lot of the load off of the computer. But, yes, I could do that if I wanted to set up Windows again, but like I just said earlier, like at the beginning of the stream, my laptop's kind of fucked. I have my other laptop, but it definitely isn't powerful enough to be able to stream well. It could do it, but it would look awful compared to what this thing can do. So my alternative would be Windows does have better compatibility. Yes, I agree. As much as I like using Linux, Linux has some fucking issues. Windows does too. And I don't like Windows at all. But I'd much rather use, like, it definitely makes way more sense to use in certain scenarios. Anyway, like I said, break time, and I will catch you guys in a bit. Take care of yourselves, alright? Alright, we are back. What's up, guys? Let's just hop straight back into the game, honestly.
God!
I don't know why the Wario played, but it did. I don't know why the Wario played, but it did. That is okay. Anyway, so getting straight back into the gameplay here, okay, cool, the controller does work.
I'm not putting a chainsaw on your arm. So
Get nice and comfy here. Hope you guys grabbed some water. I got a little bit more myself. I didn't have any this morning. I mostly had that Pepsi, which was also from last night, mainly. So it was a little bit flat. I've never really cared about flat sodas. Fine. I really don't mind. Celine's Light is the... Yeah, that's when it's attacked, which time instantly gets expended. Yes, it's good, and no, I don't really want to use it. The Moon... Yeah, so that's the Repel. That lets you get Witch Time on things you wouldn't normally be able to get Witch Time on. Like, Gracious and Glorious. By perfect parrying like you would in Metal Gear Rising, where you just flick the stick in the direction. Although in Metal Gear Rising, it's you have to hold the stick in the direction, hit the X button at the right time, but same idea. Allows a user to replenish their vitality by taunting an enemy. That could be useful, actually. These are the beads. When its user dodges incoming danger, the beads will launch a magical counter-strike against the attacker. While the attack is incredibly powerful, it sucks the emotional strength from users, stripping them the ability to use Witch Time. I remember that one. It was okay. Summoning upon its wearer the Wrath of the Heavens. Oh, okay. So it randomly, like, gives you the laser beam, the Heaven laser beam thing. It tosses that at you, which lets you activate Witch Time whenever you want, basically. Flutter around the bracelet's user, absorbing attacks on their behalf before breaking up. Infernal Communicator. One is able to temporarily contract little devils, calling upon their power to attack one's foes. Completes Magic Gauge. I do love Sergei's Lover. It is a really, really funny thing to do. But it's also very difficult to use right. Which time will instantly be triggered? I'm gonna get the Moon. Oh wait, no, I can't get the Moon. That needs more. Shit. I could get the Onyx Rose's ult, which would let me use shotguns on both hands and feet, but for the most part, you don't really need the alts. Not unless you're doing some weird shit. And then these are just outfits. And I don't remember how you unlock them. Unlocking things in this game does take a pretty long time, if I remember right. I don't like using Celine's Light. It's just not my thing. Hear me out. 4 chainsaws instead of guns. I'll do you one better. 4 rocket launchers instead of guns. Yeah, a lot of these just suddenly don't appeal to me very much. I'm gonna get the star, just so I'm not repeating as many missions. Flamethrowers. Flamethrowers would be an interesting one, because I don't know how useful... Like, you gotta think, flamethrowers don't really have any impact, you know? There's no explosion when you use a flamethrower. There's no force when you use a flamethrower. It's just fire. And while that's probably enough to distract most things, I don't know if it would really do much against angels.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Here you go. Cereza, how did you get such magical glasses?
The glasses aren't magic, silly. I can see the monsters without them.
There you go.
Monsters? Not quite. So, has Bayonetta, I mean your mom, been fighting these big bad monsters for a long time?
Mummy is a witch, and witches protect people and are very strong. When I grow up, I'll be strong too, and I'll protect my mummy.
That's foreshadowing for a game that's over 10 years later.
Oh, forget it. No point in arguing with a little kid.
Because it's definitely Cereza. in 3.
I'm sure you will.
Nice one, dumbass.
Shit.
You never cease to amuse me, Cheshire. I suppose that's your next target?
How does she know this? I don't know, dude. See, I'm gonna let the rest of this game's plot play out because it's kind of fucky.
This is yours, little one. You didn't cry while I was gone, did you?
Nope.
Good.
Oh, she put a little band-aid on the eye.
No matter how I ask, no matter how many times,
Bootstrap.
always say the same thing.
Come now.
Bootstrap paradox is one way to put it.
Misunderstand.
This entire game is like a massive bootstrap paradox. It gets super
My
weird.
father, he was a journalist too. In fact, he was twice the man I could ever hope to be. He was obsessed with one case his entire career. A case so bizarre it took over his life. They could have made a movie of the details. The followers of darkness, the Umbra Witches, and their light world counterparts, the Lumen Sages, controlling everything with a power known as the Eyes of the World. Then, the Light and Dark clans suddenly disappeared from their medieval home in Europe. You may be familiar with the town. You're standing in it. Welcome to Vigrid, 500 years later.
500 years.
The Bayonetta is now remembering he's having flashbacks.
The powers that be sought to lead their fractured world towards peace. They both possessed an
My favorite bootstrap paradox is in Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time's a weird one, because there's all sorts of nonsense that happens in that one.
Cooperation did not last. For amongst them, a pair of young star-crossed lovers conceived a child that sent the clans on a path to ruin. The woman was thrown in jail, and the man exiled from his clan. However, the child remained with the Umbra, raised as a black sheep even amongst the darkness. Since
How did Link learn the Song of Storms? Yeah, that's a good one.
Both
Because he supposedly taught the guy the Song of Storms when he was an adult, but then he traveled back in time, or rather, but he learned it as a kid and then taught it to the guy as an adult, but the guy that he taught was also the guy that he learned it from, and so it's just kind of a loop and it doesn't work. There's some really goofy bootstrap paradoxes.
For buying such a fairy tale. However, I believed his story, and I believe it more than ever now that I've found you. The memory of the clan lingers on, despite the passing of 500 years. What on earth was my father searching for? And why did he have to die for it? I have to discover the truth with my own eyes. That's why I haven't given up my chase for
This is like the second or third time Luke has explained what happened to his father for the record. It's just this time it's actually plot relevant.
That dominates Vigrid.
Rather, it's explained why it's plot relevant.
Gemstone on the black market. If he isn't selling out in the open, it means we're going to have to acquire it by other means. And that starts by sneaking onto that jet.
You learn it as I got it backwards. You learn it as an adult, you go back in time and play it for the Windmill Man, and the Windmill Man teaches it to adult Link, and then you repeat it.
Are you looking for something?
I'll admit, haven't played Ocarina of Time, and I only know it through mostly speedruns, so my knowledge of the game is very fragmented.
Do you have anything you really like? Something really important to you?
Yes, this. I love it.
Flashback time.
Where did did you get this?
You gave it to me, Mummy, for my birthday.
When you love something, never lose it. Understand, little one? You must keep it safe, close to your heart.
They did not put much effort into the laughter there. Oh, car. Look at Luca. I think what really gets me about this game is that because of Bayonetta 3, I don't know if this game qualifies as a pure bootstrap paradox anymore, or if it's just really fucking weird. Because the implication for the longest time was that Cereza was Bayonetta in Bayonetta 1. But she's very obviously not here. It really raises the question of how did the song come into existence. Yeah, that's the whole point of a bootstrap paradox. It's just like you don't know where the thing actually started. You just have a loop that doesn't make any sense anymore. They keep referring to her as Bayonetta in all the promos, but that means literally nothing, because it could easily be the plot twist. Yeah, because, like, the way her hairstyling, she has a mole on her face that's the same as one that Cereza has. Like, there's so many things about it that are like, alright, like, it could still be the same Bayonetta. I'm not saying that it couldn't be, but we don't know any of the plot, and we don't know what's happening, really. You know, it's like very confusing. Cargo drop moment. Yep, here we go. This fight is also awful and hard. It's pretty much everything that gets a grace. Pretty much everything at the end of the game that gets a Grace and Glory in Bayonetta 1, on hard mode, it gets a Gracious and Glorious. Oh, get me back up there. I was like, where did I go? They did the fusion dance. I wonder why the Miz isn't playing. I'm actually going to go ahead and equip this so we can heal up. Now, when you taunt enemies, you heal. Oh, he's on fire now. Go ahead, bud. Come on in. Not that big of a deal. It just would have been funny if you flew off the platform. Yeah, no, I was actively flying off the platform. I just realized it and immediately used the Umbran Spear, which is the attack that lets me just immediately zap to anything, basically. I'm not reading through this shit. I didn't play this game to read. Although the lore for this game's pretty good. If you ever end up playing through this game on your own, or even if you just want to check out the lore, like, go for it. It is genuinely quite solid. Okay, now what? Right. I remember this bit. Vaguely, at least. Also, yes, that is a verse. Yes, you do need to do it. Well, you don't need to, but it's an easy verse to get a platinum on if you're quick. Lore, more like bore, exactly. I've kind of forgotten how the end of this game goes, because it kind of turns into a blur towards the end. There's just a lot of shit going on.
Something troubling you? Only your constant fretting over my state of affairs. I've no time to play games with you. No need to take out your stress on me, Bayonetta. It's clear you're worried for the girl.
That's a pretty fucking cool move. Being able to change bullet directions like that.
Where she is, now. My, aren't we attached to our precious little one? Do you like it when she calls you Mummy? You're absolutely delusional. If I leave her, he'll never shut up about it. And his whining is twice as irritating as anything the child could muster. You've quite the tongue when it comes to curling round the truth. And what about you? What are you hiding?
She kept the rock.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think these might mean something to you. I've no need for worthless junk.
Mind you, Bayonetta still doesn't know what the connection between her and Jean is.
I am well aware of my task, but you have forgotten that I do not need your help.
Also, yeah, all the angels are like this.
It seems your little friend is gone forever.
That's a pretty cool move. Why the fuck can't we do that?
Fill them. Fill your eyes with hatred. Accept your violent fate. Accept it and earn the left eye. Prove you deserve it.
Straight through the fucking plane wing. Here we fucking go, kids. John 3. I love this fight, man. The Jean fights genuinely feel phenomenal in this game. Also, motorcycles. You can just summon those, I guess. Oh, I used a red hot shot. Boo! You suck. It's fine. These fights are hard, I will say that. I apologize if I'm not talking much. I'm actually focusing in this fight and I'm enjoying myself. There we go. I like the little rose that comes out when you hit Jean. Just a cute effect. All the flower petals. It's not a rose. I don't know why I said rose. Also, surprise, the plane hit the water.
Not yet. She isn't ready.
Also, yeah, now we're running into a slowly flooding plane as it's electrified and flying. They're like about to fucking dive into the ocean. See, that's good voice acting. You can actually hear it in her voice that she actually gives a shit and is, like, relieved.
You know the rules. No cockroaches or crying babies.
In that order. The cockroaches are definitely more important to deal with than the crying babies.
Okay.
Also, yeah, now we gotta do this shit. The ship is now rotating. Come on, let me through. I need you to get out of the fucking electrified water, Chief. Or I will just keep shooting you with shotguns. There we fucking go, Jesus. I hate when that happens. Occasionally they will just get stuck like that, and it is a major nuisance. There we go. Anyway, I realize I'm not talking much during this, but I hope you guys are at least enjoying this to some extent. I got a gold for that? Wow. I took a lot of damage there. I was not expecting that. Anyway, yeah. Time to get the child out of the plane. You know, now I'm sitting here feeling it, I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat this tonight. Or today, rather. I've got some other stuff I gotta do today, so I can't, like, expend all my energy doing this shit, unfortunately. Much as I'd love to, I cannot warrant that today. But yeah, I mean, like, it's nice to get back in here. Oh, I forgot about the chainsaw. Walker Pierce, you were talking about chainsaws. Here you go. She just pulls out like a demonic chainsaw and starts doing this. Unfortunately, you can't see it very well here, and I think that these are the last level that these things appear in, which is unfortunate. I'm gonna go ahead and make that for us. Yeah, I know. Use item bad. This game's fucking hard, man. Ow. Please stop. Why do I have the fucking chainsaw? I don't want it. There we go. But yeah, I mean, like, it's always a bit strange, you know? Like, trying to fit streaming into my schedule because I've got so much other shit going on, and I've got so many other hobbies that I want to be doing. And yet, I always find myself... I want to stream, I want to do this, I want to hang with people, you know, or at least, like, be something entertaining for people to watch in the meantime. But, it's kind of frustrating, like, how little time I really get to do that when I schedule it out, because even when I'm doing this, I end up getting exhausted super quick. It's an energy thing. You know, I talked about this a while back. It's really just like, it's exhausting to put energy out there, and when you're streaming, you don't get all of it back usually. You're not, like, you're getting some text, you're getting some people who are interacting in the chat, sure, but like, that's not quite the same as really, like... But, interacting with people in chat is not really the same as, like, interacting with other human beings, and it does put a strain on you, you know? Surprised to hit that.
Wahoo!
Yeah! I try my best. Hey, I'm not saying it's not anybody's fault, okay? This is just the nature of streaming. Even if I had, like, you know, 20, 30 people in chat sitting there trying to talk with me and all having, like, conversations between themselves, it's still, you're losing energy because it's ultimately a performance thing, you know? Like, you're still, as much as I try to act as natural as I can, this isn't exactly how I act in real life. You know? It's just kind of how it goes. And as much as I'd like to be, you know, it's not the same as sitting around and talking with people you know, just hanging, you know? But I don't mind putting my energy into these things occasionally. Because I enjoy streaming. I enjoy performance to some extent. This is just how I'm enjoying it in a much more, like, natural, less scripted sense that requires less preparation energy preparation-wise, but it requires more energy. Hi, Luca. It requires less preparation energy, but it requires a bit more, like, you know, figuring things out in the moment. And that's really more where I like, I mean, that's why I'm playing action games and shit. I enjoy that. Poser, yeah. I mean, when it comes down to it, if you really want to get into it, a lot of people will say that we're all posers. We're all, you know, we're all acting in a way that's not the same as we would act if we were alone. And while I would say that, yes, that's true, that doesn't mean that we're all faking shit. We react differently around different stimuli. Just what it is. Also, this is that dude that, John knocked into the water.
Ooh. Another talkative type. I don't think I've got time.
To some degree, we all slightly tailor our preferences and actions to those around us. Yeah, it's just kind of how humans work. We all react to stimuli. We're creatures. We're supposed to do that. If we don't do that, then we perish normally.
The witch hunts.
Rest, I hear.
Yeah, it's the nature of making friends. It's the nature of interacting with people in general, even if it's people you don't like. Like, most of the time, and I have heard that this is more of a thing for Americans in particular, but, like, you know, Americans, yeah, we're not going to try and, like, cause problems. We're all going to be, like, naturally, like, not necessarily being fake, but we're not going to, like, just immediately, like, we're not going to be fake, but we're not going to, like, you know, try and hide a bunch of, or try and, like, be completely honest with what we do either. I try as much as I can to be, but ultimately that's never really the case. It's never exactly what happens, you know? Anyway, Sapiench is a weird fight. At least he actually talks to you, unlike Justice. Justitio just fucking comes at you. Like, immediately. But I don't know, maybe that's his own way of saying that he has a personality. Also, this fight has a weirdly, like, major... It has a weirdly, like, big, major key to it, where it sounds kind of, like, happy and, like, joyous for a second in the middle of the fight, as opposed to, like, every other fight in this game. Alright, time to fight the giant spider. Yeehaw. Nope, come on, bud. Stay down. I do like this segment of the fight. Just because it feels cool, you know? Just like guiding him back towards this thing and not letting him go in another direction. It's the spider from DMC1. It is. It is. It genuinely is. That is a reference that is almost entirely intentional. Now, that doesn't mean that it's canon, because a bunch of people have interpreted this random Easter egg of having, what the fuck was his name? Phantom. They've said that having Phantom in the game means that he's canonically, like, Bayonetta and DMC canonically take place in the same universe, and I'm like, I don't know about that. It just means that Hideki Kamiya worked on both games. But yeah, this boss fight is at the very least an interesting concept, and it's not that frustrating, even on hard. It's a pretty, like, simple fight. You just gotta hit. Anytime you see a face, you hit the face. That's the fight. But I like this fight. Another thing I like about this game, I was talking about the music earlier, the reason that I like this game's music is because of the I think it's the instrumentation on it, honestly. It's all either orchestral with like a lot of heavy piano use, or it's got some really cool, it's orchestral with heavy piano use, or it's also heavy piano use, but it's a jazz theme. It's like very jazzy sounding. And I like that. Just personally, I think that that's a good sound for this game. I think it works. It makes the boss fights feel epic when they need that sort of like angelic choir and the orchestral sound and the like rushing pianos playing in the background. And then the jazz stuff feels good. Like Bayonetta's main theme, Mysterious Destiny, or... There's just a lot of really good sounding stuff in this game. Like, I think the OST sounds good, the sound design is great. And also, this fight's not hard. I'm barely paying attention to this. I'm not even kidding. Alright, Climax 2. Back to the spider you go. Get down. I love the animations, too. It would be kind of hard for Bayonetta and DMC to take place in the same universe. Yeah, it wouldn't work. I don't know who thought that that was like, yes, it's canon. No, dude, sometimes Easter eggs are just Easter eggs. I think people focus way too heavily on what's actually, like, canon versus what people just kind of like. It's okay to just like things. It's okay to like things and not be super critical of them. It's okay to like things and, like... People need to realize that people are just going to enjoy things the way they're going to enjoy things and stop trying to criticize, like, how things are done, you know? Ew. Neat fight, though. I like the ending bit, too. That was bad timing. I think that this actually is one of the best endings for any of the fights in the game. Oh. What do you know? You actually hit me. Congrats. Whoosh. Also, let me know how you guys like the way that I've got the sound set up for this, because it's different than I normally do. This is what's called sidechain compression. When the game is getting quieter when I'm talking, that's sidechain compression for anybody who's wondering. And it's something you should definitely set up because it's really neat. I am terrible at fucking timing that. Do I have enough stuff? No. Okay. Let's, I'm just gonna go ham on this one. Don't mind me crafting things in the middle of a fight. Definitely normal, useful thing to do. See, what do I have equipped again? Right, the taunt gives me health thing. That's the other problem with the accessories. I usually forget they're equipped, not gonna lie. Can I taunt? I can. So it looks like it's trying to heal me and just not working. There we go. For one, it's heavily implied that the demons in DMC would almost never make pacts with mortals. Yeah, they're kind of dicks, especially the more powerful ones. Especially not with the promise of merging with the human, or merging the human and demon worlds. Yeah, it's just... Well, at least the more powerful ones just want to rule over more stuff is the general idea. And so that's why they want to merge the human and demon world, because at one point they were merged, and then Sparta split them up in order to keep humans safe, is basically what happened. Probably should have said arachnophobia warning, but, yeah. But yeah, a lot of demons also just don't care. They're going after power, yeah, and they'd like to kill humans because human blood apparently gives them power, but other than that, they don't give a shit. So, there was an implication that the left eye was the name of the rock, and that may be the case, but apparently the demon or the angels don't give a shit about it.
Mommy!
So falls out of the plane and dies. The end.
Shouldn't you be, you know, flying this thing? I'm a bit occupied at the moment.
I'm wondering how he got that helicopter to hover with literally nobody in it. It's impressive.
Have speakers on this thing blaring Ride of the fucking Valkyries.
Come now.
Oh, if I was funny and I remembered that bit, I would have just set up Ride of the Valkyries to start blaring at max volume.
Welcome aboard Air Luca, Flight 001. This is your captain, Luca, speaking. Fasten your safety belts, as this may be a bumpy flight.
Oh, I remember. This next mission is another goofy one. Anyway, I like that fight. It's actually quite fun. Still got a silver on it. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much done for the day. This has been fun though. Always is. I would like to beat the game today, but no, it's gonna have to be another part here. You fucker. I hope you guys enjoyed at least. It's always just fun to be able to play stuff, you know, magic. It's just fun to be able to play stuff on the channel like this. Wario is not very impressed with my score on that angel attack, but that's okay. Nobody cares about Wario's opinion. No. So we're getting there. We're on the island now, on the coast of Vigrid. Isla del Sol. Which is in Spanish for some reason. Despite Vigrid being supposedly French. Yeah, you know what? We'll start off next time with this one, because this is a funny level. But I'd like to thank you guys for hanging out with me during this entire mess. Apologies for how loud that probably was. I might need to restart my phone. Don't bother, man. I'm gonna be done here in a moment. But I wanted to thank everybody for coming along today. I realize I've not been streaming nearly as much as I'd like to, but I think once a week is probably good for the time being. I might see if I can finish up Bayonetta, I guess, maybe Saturday's stream next weekend. Just to get that taken care of, and then maybe we can start Bayonetta 2, because what? This coming weekend's the 24th and 25th. And then we've got October. So if I can finish Bayonetta 2 by, say, the Sunday before Halloween, that would mean I would have about 4 weeks to do it. So if I buy Bayonetta 1 this week, it comes, hopefully, within the week. And then we can do that. Because I do want physicals for all of those. I'm not picking up the Triple Masquerade version of Bayonetta 3, though. For anybody who's wondering, it's the special edition of Bayonetta 3. All it comes with are alternate cover inserts for all of the physical copies of Bayonetta on the Switch, and an art book. And that's basically all it comes with, and it's like 20 bucks more. And it's not worth it. Super paper. If I can get Luke over here, yes. We have not seen each other in like a month and a half. Well, not a month and a half. Probably been about a month. Unfortunately, our schedules just haven't matched up. He's been busy on the weekends, and I haven't been, or I've been busy on weekends, and occasionally I'll have like 5 minutes to be like, hey, you want to come hang out next weekend? And he's like, I can't. So hopefully we'll be able to meet up sometime soon, and hopefully we'll be able to stream at some point soon. I will bring it up with him. I'm actually going to bring it up with him right after stream, because he should maybe have some time to hang, or at least have some time to talk about it. But I think with that, I think I'm good. I don't think I have anything else to say. This week coming up should be pretty standard. Gonna be some interesting stuff as far as the week coming along, but, you know. As far as actual work done, it shouldn't be anything, like, super hard to finish. I know we're close on Super Paper. I literally cannot get him over here in a time when we're both willing to stream the game. And now that my internet's fixed, I feel a lot better about just messing with that and finishing it up. Finishing up Super Paper would be nice. But also, this is just how content creation works when you do everything in sessions like this. Occasionally, you just can't. I know, we have like a chapter and a half left, although it's a long fucking chapter and a half. But this is just kind of how session recording goes. Session recording and streaming goes. Sometimes you just can't meet up for a while. Hopefully, though, we can finish it up soon. If nothing else, before the end of the year. Like I said, plan right now is play Bayonetta 1, play Bayonetta 2, or finish Bayonetta 1 by the end of this month, finish Bayonetta 2 by the end of next month, play Devil May Cry for Halloween. Maybe have that be a couple sessions. I might try and just jam the whole game into 1 or 2 sessions, but we'll have to see how it goes. And then after that, Bayonetta 3, which I do want to play this year. Yakuza, I think I've got on the plate, although I might not do that, I don't know. I don't like planning things out too far in advance, honestly, but I've got an idea at the very least. And I do want to finish Super Paper and probably go play, like, Book of Mario or something with Luke. Yeah, of course, Walker Pierce. Thank you for hanging along. Thank you for anybody else lurking there. You are all appreciated, as always, even if you don't say anything. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Take care of yourselves. Make sure you're eating. Make sure you drink plenty of water. Other fluids if you want them. Just make sure you stay hydrated. Work out if you can. If you're feeling up to it. Do something good for yourself. Treat yourself to something nice, okay? Be safe. And I will see you guys next week. I don't know when yet. We'll figure that out in a little bit. See ya.